All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I want to do a video today to talk about voice commands. One of the things that we have a lot of criticism about as of late with Tesla is this new UI for the 2021 refresh Model S. Certain items are just not readily available, buried in menus. You have to press multiple clicks to be able to get to things. But one of the things that Tesla has done here that a lot of people aren't aware of is utilize its voice commands to access a lot of things that are typically inaccessible due to you driving and having your hands on the yoke, or due to them being buried in menus in here where you have to click on multiple clicks in here. So I wanted to make this video just to educate everyone, to let them know that, hey, even though these menu items are a little bit hidden, a little buried, and Tesla's working on that, trying to figure it out, we still have the valuable voice command options that are readily available for all the things that you need to do inside of your Tesla, okay? So I'm going to run through just a few of the commands that are very valuable to the Tesla experience, things that allow you to continue to have your hands on the yoke and drive, or pay attention and drive, and not have to even press a menu item, just be able to use your thumb to press the button and speak the command and be able to initiate that. And again, so Tesla, their voice command system, their natural language processor, NLP for short, is something that's pretty incredible, actually. A lot of people take it for granted. Its ability to be able to understand a command, execute that command, which is great, but also to be able to recognize a variety of different speech patterns, as well as accents and how people say different things, right? So obviously Teslas are in different countries, so being able to recognize different languages, different accents, different ways of saying certain things. Tesla's been really good at this, and they've been really good at this for a while. So this is not something unique to this refresh Model S. This is something that Tesla's been refining over time. And in most cases, it works very, very well. There are some cases where it doesn't work so well, or there are some cases where commands you think would be available aren't available. But for the most part, it works pretty well in terms of being able to decipher and understand human beings and the way that they want to speak to it, and allow it to be able to enact a command and understand and translate that command into a usable command that's programmed into the car. A good example of a good use case is when the map is zoomed in too close or too far. Right now in the 2021 refresh Model S, the Plaid version or non-Plaid version, you don't have that zoom in button. And the idea is that you want to pinch to zoom to be able to zoom in and out. And I'm not a fan of that because it leaves a lot of lines and streaks on the screen that I don't like. So one of the things you can do in the voice commands is simply press it and tell the car to zoom in the map or zoom out the map. Zoom out map. Zoom in map. Okay, so when you're driving around, you want to see something a little bit closer, you can just repeat that command and go over and over again until you zoom to the level of your preference. All right. Another thing that you can do is you can open and close apps, or open apps in this particular version. If you have the Model 3, Model Y, or Legacy Model S and X, you can open and close apps. But in the Model S 21 refresh that we're in right now, as of this video, the software update of this video, you can't really close the apps. You can just basically open them, and then if you were to toggle the map would automatically close it. All right, so a good example is backup camera. Okay, now I can bring up the camera so I can look at this at any point in time. So if I'm driving and I want to be able to use the camera, I can do just that. Press the voice commands, issue the command for backup camera, and the backup camera comes right up. If I wanted to hide the camera away, I would typically say close camera, and again, a 3, Y, or Legacy Model S or X. But in this one, I can just say map. It'll close it and bring the maps right back up. Okay, so that's the beauty of it. And I can also do things on the map as well that, again, would require a press. Inside the map, you have obviously, satellite, traffic, and points of interest. You can toggle those on and on through the voice commands. And obviously the normal things that you typically do, giving it navigation guidance. I think that's pretty straightforward. Everyone knows how to do that, but they're not aware of some of the other commands that you can issue with the voice commands, such as satellite map. Turn off satellite map. Okay, so things like that. And there's different variations of what you can say: satellite visualization, satellite map, whatever the case may be. Again, the Tesla programming understands that and can issue those commands, right? And I can also open up my phone. I can open up different Spotify apps. Again, pretty, standard things that you can understand. But there's, again, some features that you don't necessarily get, such as being able to make adjustments to your driving features, such as your mirrors. So you could say mirrors. And then it comes right up, and then you can adjust left and right manually. So you don't have to go to the menu to try to figure that out. Okay, I'll close this manually. I can also adjust the steering. Adjust steering wheel. Now, obviously, it's using the wheel, not yoke. I can't say adjust steering yoke and it worked, but steering wheel works nonetheless. Okay, so now I can adjust and make adjustments here. Open menu. Opens the main menu. Close menu. Okay, so that's one that can actually work with the close. Some of the other apps down here don't work as well with the close in this version of the software as of the recording of this video. But again, going back to the maps or using map as a default will allow it to happen. One of the other commands that's very valuable now that we know that we don't have the widgets on the instrument panel here is being able to have access to tire pressure very quickly, which is in menu service. So now I can simply say tire pressure. Tire pressure opens right up. And because it's in this menu, this is the menu that seems to be the only one that can close properly. I can say close tire pressure. Okay, and there you go. There's another key feature that's missing, and that's the ability to press and initiate a dash cam press. Now, right now, while I'm in park, I can say recording and I can press this button here. One of the things you can do with the voice command is simply say dash cam, and it will actually record the dash cam footage. So if you're driving, if you don't want to use the honk to capture the footage, you can also say dash cam. Saves the dash cam footage just like that. All right, you can also bring up the dash cam viewer, and it brings it up. Okay, so you have those capabilities at your disposal. So if you're looking for certain things, they're not where you expect them to be, try voice command, see if it works, see if that's something that can save you some time from having to press the screen or pay attention to the screen, and go from there. All right, so now again, this is gonna also take into consideration all the climate related items, again, which should be pretty self-explanatory, right? Should be pretty self-explanatory. I can come in here, turn on heated steering wheels, heated wipers, heated or cooled seats, front and back, etc. I can do that no problem, and that's always been the case. I think for this one, the most common one that I use when I'm driving and I need to have my hands on the wheel is turn off climate. Okay, it turns it off. Or if I'm hot and I need to turn the air on, turn on climate. Okay, it turns it right on. Turn off climate. Okay, so this is really, really good. This is a really good feature that Tesla has that is a little bit underrated and understated. And I think Tesla doesn't do a good enough job of explaining or emphasizing the value of the voice commands over pressing menu items on the screen, right? Especially when you're driving and you need to have both hands on the wheel or on the yoke. In this instance, you can't do that. Now, one of the biggest things that everyone always talks about, it's not a common use case, but it's one that is pretty prevalent, is the buttons or the lack of buttons, physical buttons here, specifically for the glove box. All right, so I'll zoom out here a little bit so you can see. I can even open the glove box, which again is really quick and really easy. And again, how often do you really go into the glove box? Open glove box. Okay, box opens right up. Now, obviously it can't close the glove box because it's a manual switch, but nonetheless, you get the picture. Voice commands are very, very valuable here in this particular instance. In this case, with the yoke, without the yoke, just having your Tesla in general. So Tesla's done a really good job implementing natural language processing to be able to understand commands from users in different languages with different accents, giving you a whole host of features at your disposal. So let me know what you think. Give it a try on your end, see what works, see what terms and terminology and phrases work good for you when you drive. But again, if you've just got a 2021 refresh Model S or you're getting a Model X, so by the time you see this video, give it a shot. Don't knock it until you try it, and just understand that a lot of the features that are in the car are also available through the voice commands rather than having to press the buttons on the screen. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you know any cool, interesting commands that I didn't talk about today. Obviously, the front and trunk and windows and things like that are available. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. Until the next time, enjoy your day, enjoy your Tesla.